Hello you lovely people, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. You've caught me inking up the latest part of the latest kit from Tracie Fox Creative. This is a gorgeous botanical kit called Fundamentals 2020. Is it Fundamental or Fundamentals? It is the OLS 2026 Botanical. And it's lovely. It's got lace, it's got these beautiful sage greeny tones. There's lace and there's layers. But there's also these lovely botanicals. If you saw Kimberly over on Paper Possibilities, did a lovely little folio using all kinds of papers, but part of it was Tracie's trifold, field notes trifold, and she had a whole field notes kit, and actually it reminds me very much of that kit, which I loved and made a couple of things out of. Actually, I still love it. It's not like I don't love it any longer, but there's always another kit to go exploring. Sometimes you go back and use bits of these kits, sometimes you go back and use a whole kit again, but there's always another kit on the horizon, or not on the horizon, on the desktop, going, oh, play with me as well. So today we're playing with this one, and I'm just inking up. This is a folded tag that she has. She has two of these in the kit. I'm using this one clearly, and I've backed it onto a sheet of the paper. It's a full journal kit. There's pages as well as ephemera. We'll have a wee look at the other bits and pieces in a moment. You will find all the things linked down below, all the where you can buy it, and Tracie's channel linked down below. I don't think she's got haven't seen a video out yet for this. She's been a bit busy with other things at the moment, but if by the time I get this up there is a video out, I'll link that video down as well. But this is just a quickie. Well, it's not that quick, as I said, just a lot of the prep's already done. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to turn this little folded tag into more of a kind of little smallish journal, and we're going to use some of the other pieces in the kit to do that. And we're going to yeah, right, let's get on, shall we? I'll show you these. There's some fussy cutty bits. I've not printed out all the bits of the kit, but we have got some bits and pieces. We have these flags. I do love these flags. This is quite unusual for me, printing out something full size. We've got these specimen cards, which I love. We've got some lovely tags, and we've got these gorgeous, look at these botanicals. Aren't they fabulous? These botanical cards are just, oh, divine, absolutely divine. There's some pockets, but I love these. I'm going to print these out again on thicker paper as well, and I'll certainly be using these in all kinds of things. I think I've already used a daisy one in this week's ABC JLC, but I did notice there was two daisy ones, so I wasn't. Look at that, isn't that cowslip so sweet? The Marsh Marigold, Primula. Then we've got all these words for them as well. And then we have some labels, and I do love a label. Look at the sweet peas, aren't the sweet peas glorious? Some more pockets. There's a bigger pocket, and this one's in the sagey green again, which I like. And some more slides, and then there's a couple of envelopes. I've only printed out one. I've printed it out on tea dyed. There are some more lovely labels, and I've got them printed out on a sheet of tea dyed and on a sheet of paper because they're labels. And these are some of the journal pages, and I've printed these out on coffee paper as well. You'll see for why in a bit, but you can still see the beautiful patterns with bits of lace and layering going on. That's upside down. Bits of lace and layering going on as well. Or is it upside down? Because now that feels upside down. I think it's just the way it's all being gathered in. Oh, that's definitely upside down. Love this kind of slippy bit. Lovely bit of lace upside down as well. So I'm going to put those to the side just now. Don't need those just now. I don't need the envelope or the journaling cards just now. What we're going to start by doing is deciding how we are going to shut this, and I'm thinking I will probably use a bit of sari silk maybe going round and just tying it at the front. So in doing that, that means I'm going to cover up this bit in the back. So what might I put on the back to hide the fact there's a bit of sari silk underneath it? I could use one of these pockets actually, because they're big enough, and I don't mind the fact the sari silk will be coming out of there. The thing is, putting something in that pocket then might be tricky because there's the sari silk. It'll catch on the silk. So maybe we don't put a pocket. Maybe we put something else instead. Maybe we use, see, this is where maybe I should have printed out some of the other bits, because actually I could use that as a kind of background. I know it's meant to be a but I quite like that. Then you see little bits of sari silk coming out the side. Do you know what? I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that. So let's start by trimming this off here. That's the maximum height I can get. Then we've got the wee curvy in bits, we just need to get them off. And we need to get the wee sticky in bits off at the bottom. This might be on a page, this bit. In fact, it probably is on a page, but it might not, and I really like that bit. And I'm not going to use that at this point. I was going to use one of them, so that's not one of the ones I'm going to use. And then we can just we're just doing some more layering like that. Let's see, we've got some of these labels. Maybe use one of these under here as well. I prefer one that was a bit, I quite like the overlay one. I'm going to stamp something on that, I think, and then put that. Oh, actually, where's these? We could then just put that. Oh, I like that because that gives that. Do we want that one or do we want that one? I feel that one's maybe a bit big. Not sure I want the yellow on the back there. Oh, I like that one. Maybe that one. That's a smaller bit of the same stuff, isn't it? I can make that all fit in the oval. I like that one. I like that one. I've got an issue with this. I need to cut out this wee bit, but that's okay. I like that one actually as well. And I like this one. This one's maybe just a bit short. I think it's between these two. I think I'm going to do this one. So that's the back done. Let's turn it back over. This then will be the front, and we'll come back to the front afterwards. I think I want to do the inside first. And the first thing I want to do is I want to put a pocket on this page. So we put this pocket on there. I want another label on it. Gathered leaves, maybe? Rooted together. No, I quite like gathered leaves. So let's use gathered leaves. I also want to stamp something like that. This label. And I'll also yeah, like that. I had these out the other day as well, didn't I, for something. And a lot of these are left over from the exhibit, and actually there's some really nice little bits I might use in these. I was looking for some leaves. There's a leaf. There's a leaf. There's a leaf. Right. So this is from the exhibit. I'll link my video which has the bits and pieces below. Just wondering if we want to put these in here. If maybe what I'd want to do is see how I like them. Maybe I don't want to put them in this bit. Maybe I want to put this somewhere else. Rather than there. Although I do like it there. Although it does cover up that. Right, I don't think I'm going to put that there. I think I'm going to put that somewhere else. So what am I going to put here then? Rooted together. Gentle ties, a moment ever growing in time. I've got these lovely labels. Look at these lovely labels. That's smaller versions of the big ones. I actually feel I want to stitch around this pocket as well. So let us think about what we might do with this pocket. Maybe we actually put something on this pocket. No. Oh, see, I like that. I know it covers up what's there, but actually I really like that. Like that one as well. And that was just a wee bit too wide. Maybe get away with that one. Love the fact you're starting to get that. Would it matter if it showed over a wee bit? Not really. I think I'm going to stick this one on here. Let's ink it up. Let's put a label behind that one. Let's just put a bit of, I'm going to call it done when we've done this, because I'm conscious of the fact this has taken longer than I thought it was going to take. And what I'm going to do is just run you through what I'm going to do when I'm off camera, and then I'll come back and show you. I really want to get all these bits out again and just put something like one of these ones. These might have come from the little labels. Oh, I wish I could remember what this kit was called. Or was this still exhibit? This might still be the exhibit kit, actually. Just put that on there as well. Oh. I think I want to run a stitch around this. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to stitch around this. I need to, right, let me show you what I'm going to do. Well, I'm gone. I've got that. I'm going to decorate the back of this page. I'm going to put in here, here is the envelope. and I'm going to that like that. Okay, so that's going to still fit inside. Which I really want that. Oh, I know what to do. So I'm gonna, it's too tall, so let's just take off. Let's first just, okay, I've got this far and I'm just getting some bits and pieces together for doing the cover. Let me show you where we've got to. I've now stuck this down here because of the way I'm going to do the cover. So open this up. And when we open this, we have these tags. If you've been following me on Instagram, you'll have seen a photo of these tags on Instagram. And this pocket on this page, and I've sewn around these. And when after I'd done this, I kind of halfway should sewn around but then I thought no, it might have been just too much then. Then we have this little decorated page front cover of this little signature with the envelope, and there's some of the cards inside. In the middle of them, and then we've decorated this, and then if we open up this one, we've got this pocket which you saw me making. I said I was going to stitch around it, and indeed I did. I haven't stitched across the top of any of these pockets just so that the tags don't catch. This is another tag I made, and this has got one of the labels on it at the top, and then we've got another signature, and that's the front, and then these are just the papers. We've got different heights of pages, lots and lots of writing space, that's, and doodling space and noting down things space. And then we've got this another pocket in the back with another card. Oh, now the B, let me say, the B, this little, and the one behind the cowslip, this butterfly, this square, that there, well actually not that there, I'll come back to that in a second, that little bit there, that image there, those three gathered leaves, that bit there, are all from Tracie's exhibit kit. I'll link that down below. It's a lovely little kit, beautiful, love it. The tape is from, oh, that's from the exhibit kit as well. The tape is Tracie's faux mica and tape kit. I'll link that down below. There's another bit of tape there, and then this one, and this one is from her signature kit. It's just a couple of pages of signatures, which are great because you can then just instead of having to make up names and try and do something different, you can just use these. So I'll link that down below as well. I'm just going to cut these threads, are just a wee bitty too long. There we go. So, oh, you'd seen the back page. That's from Exhibit. That's from Labels kit. What was that called? Attic, I think that was from Attic. I think it's from one of her kits anyway. So now we're going to do the front cover, and then it'll be finished. I've made this little. This is one of the labels that were in the kit, but it was red and round that way and too big, so I just cut the once upon hasn't got a once upon, as this will go on the front here. So I've done that bit already, but what I want to do before I go any further is I want to do some embossing, because I didn't do the stitching, and I'm quite glad I didn't do the stitching actually, but I'd quite like some faux stitching on this front cover. So I'm going to emboss down there, and I'm also going to use this slide as a front piece, and I'm going to emboss this kind of, it's more than just stitching, it's kind of a lacy, kind of droppy edge. So I'm going to emboss that on there, and also on, that's right, that's the way I want it up there. It really should go that way up, but you're not going to see the back, so it doesn't matter if I want to use it that way up. It's a gorgeous back as well. It's a shame you're not going to see it. I wonder if I can make that in a way that you could still take it off and see it. No, I don't think I could. I don't think I could. Anyway, so I'm going to emboss that, and then I'll be right back as we do the rest. Okay, I forgot to say that this is from this kit here, Patchwork Pieces CMS 270, and that I'm going to use Bundled Sage Distress. Right. Oh, I love it. Love it. This is going to go on here, and I'm going to put this in here. So let's do that first. Let's just I'm just trying to decide whether or not I want to put a bit of I could put a bit of Tracie's faux stuff in, couldn't I? Let's see. I've got some of that over here because I was moving it. I've got a bit there. I'm not sure if I want the faux stuff behind it in this particular instance. I don't know if I want that really distressed look. Certainly don't want that one with all its bluey shades. This is the one I want if it fits. Not convinced I want that either. I don't think I want that distressed look. The question is, do I want to put on just a bit of, I've got some here, just a bit of this. I do, because it just makes a difference. For me, it makes a difference. It just makes me say, yes, that's a slide. So let's just cut this and put this on. set for a wee while before I do the cutting. It needs its corners rounded and these bits cut out. Now underneath this is going to go this flag with this on top of it. So let's just put this on here first. Let's just do it. Oops. I just want that part out like that. Put that on about there, and then I'm going to put this on here as well. That was starting to get a bit fussy there. Why don't I put the flag over this side? And then, would that work? Oh, and that's what I meant to do, and I forgot. I meant to stick that pocket down after I'd done this. So let's just crease that with my fingernail. There we go. Now you might have wondered why I didn't ink that, because if I'd inked it then it wouldn't have looked like it's under. Now leaving it not inked with this being inked, it looks like it is underneath there. There we go. And then we're going to put this side then. See, I already had this bit down, which is why I was going to put that this side, but that's okay. Let's put this, let's ink this first, because this could do with an ink. Pressed botanicals for putting up the top, and I thought we'd put a wee bit of something underneath here. Should we put a wee bit of this underneath here? Let's do a bit of this. A bit this one as well. Yeah, let's put a bit this one underneath it as well. These wee tags are from the kit as well, actually. I just decorated, that's a wee bit of the one of these. I do like a layered tag. Right, I'm going to put this on here. I need to cut the corners. I just feel this needs something else on it. So while I'm cutting this out, I'm going to have a think. Definitely want something. Oh, I did have a label out at one point to put on here. I'm not convinced about a label's what I want. I think I want something. Maybe I do want a label, but maybe I want this kind of label. Hanging, a small one like that. Hanging. That could be quite cute, couldn't it? Let's put on this little label. Quite like the idea of that label hanging off there. I want it hanging there. Hanging that way maybe. Put a little brad through to hold that off there. Let's get Tracie's. What should we put on here? Protected specimen. Quite like that. That would fit nicely on that tag as well, wouldn't it? Yeah. Let's put protected specimen. Something else as well there. No, don't like that. I just feel it's maybe I want a bit of fabric with it. Oh, I know what I want. Let's go back in. This is oh, that's what I want. Is that one of the leaves I used already? It is. Let's find one that I haven't already. Oh no, it isn't. I didn't use that one. Right. This is what I want, because this gives me the go that way, like that. Yeah. Use a little green one. thread thinking, shall I add a bit of this? I'm going to add a bit of this as well. Oh yeah, that's made all the difference. It's just stopped it just being something plonked on the front. There we go, because everything else has got texture and layer to it. That just felt a bit lacking, but now it's fine. Let's stick this down then. And there we have a small journal, folio, journal, call it what you will. The details are all down below. No, I like them that like. Details are all down below. I hope you enjoyed this little make with this lovely, lovely kit. Fundamentals 2026 Botanical. Thank you so much for watching. You take care. See you soon. Keep crafting.